haven't done a box opening in a while. I thought I'd take a look at this new game from GMT. It's a remake of an old game. This is the Russian campaign, and it's been on P500 for a really long time, so I'm really glad to see this. And so let's take a look at what we got here. Got a rules booklet on semi-gloss finish, which I prefer. It has a nice rule index, looks like. QR codes, how about that? And I actually played with them already. You can submit house rules, variants, and get game support, ask questions. 35 pages. It is, as you'd expect, full color rulebook. And there's a lot to it. It's not a huge, I wouldn't classify this as a hugely complicated game, but neither should it be considered to be a simple game necessarily, or an entry level. I don't know how you'd phrase it. This is middle of the road in complexity, I believe. Okay, it's been a long time since I played the Avalon Hill edition. That's my recollection of it. So let's take a look at what else we got here, and just pardon the Atlantic Chase stuff on the back drop here. You got 3 counter sheets. They have NATO symbols if you prefer that, and they have the silhouettes if you prefer that particular approach, which I think is kind of cool. I tend to go with the silhouettes just because I like them, but I know some guys might be old school. The old school counters are a little plain looking. There's been some critique about that, but to be honest, this is a remake of a classic, and I think that the artistic style that was employed here is suitable, and I find it, yeah, it's going to pop, I think, on the map. I think this is going to look nice. So there you go. Sheet 1. Here's sheet 2. As you might expect, you have the kind of greenish gray Germans, and again, you have silhouette pieces in lieu of the NATO symbols if you like them. Uh-oh, everybody stay calm. There are black SS units here. Sometimes people really get bent out of shape when they see the German SS in a unique color scheme. So everybody just stay calm. You'll be fine. Luftwaffe. No one ever freaks out about the Luftwaffe having their own color, but boy, you put the SS in their own color and everyone loses their mind. Well, there you go. We got some Luftwaffe railheads. I don't remember the worker RP. I don't remember what this is about. I haven't played it in so long. You got Romanians in here. You got Italians in here. Finnish and Hungarians. So lots of good stuff. 2 counter sheets. We have the 3rd counter sheet, which has, I love that, the odds counters for making your declaration of combats. Good stuff. Overall, this looks like a really nice package. I'm trying to remember what this piece is. That's kind of cool. Who knew the Alaskans? Okay, I'm sure that stands for something other than Alaskan, but I see AK and I think Alaska, so joking. Everybody stay calm. Battle plan number 1 variant. I don't remember what that's about. This is all, some of this is some new stuff that it looks like it's from different magazines. Battle plan number 1, Moves magazine number 79, and so forth. So you get some bonus stuff inside the box. Okay, we got a couple maps. They are paper maps. I know some people are not going to like that. I'm not one of those. I prefer paper maps because the mounted boards always warp on me, and I have to play with them under plexiglass anyways, so save the weight, and I've never had a paper map wear out on me or tear. I have had these guys tear up on me. So I know it feels deluxe for some, but if you live in a really dry climate, it's not so much fun. So nice huge hexes, and just lay it next to the counter so you can kind of get a sense of the scale. These are pretty big dice, and you can get a sense of just how big these hexes are. So really, really nice looking. I'm going to have to clear some table space to lay this guy out. This is going to take up some table space for sure. but it looks really nice just coming out of the box. All right, we got some more goodies in here, some play aids. This has got to be like 25-point font CRT. And then on the reverse side, the movement allowance chart. That's right. I seem to remember this now. Movement allowance is on here, not on the pieces. That's cool. Weather chart, one-sided. This is what I really like too, is the order of battle chart for setting up the game. Makes it pretty easy. Axis order of battle chart is double-sided. You have a Russian order of battle chart. Again, it is, I think, double-sided. Yep. Double-sided. Cool. And then we have a, looks like a mini scenario or a smaller scenario, Fall Blau. Citadel. So if you want to jump in, not start necessarily at Barbarossa, there's some setup cards for that. Bagration. And that's one-sided. That's cool. More stuff. We also have the same chart you saw before that was cut in half, double-sided. You have on this enormous, this is huge. Look at the font here. This is a huge font. You read that from across the room. So something like that, you know, I could just put it up on my wall and play the game and never have to handle this. That's pretty cool. Me likes it. Terrain effects chart is on the other side, as well as some info on special rules. And you get two of those. Uh-oh. What do we have here? This must be some kind of map errata, because, yeah, this was tucked in there too. I didn't see an errata sheet or anything, but clearly this is intended to be stuck onto the map itself. But we'll have to lay the maps out and see how they look, and then we'll take a look at this. This would be on the, with the military district, that would have to be on the Polish side of things, so we'll take a look at that. One die, which, okay, I'm going to be really nitpicky. This is super nitpicky, okay? But wouldn't it have been cool if there was two dice, one for the Germans and one for the Russians? Okay, enough of that. Like us gamers don't have enough dice, right? Okay, so I'm going to let that one slide. Overall, this looks like a fantastic package. And let's lay some maps out and see what it looks like on the table. Okay, I don't have enough table space at the moment to lay this out, but I could. I would just have to orient it 90 degrees. And for the aesthetics of the video, I feel like this is a better presentation. So imagine this map, and then it continues into the other side where you're going to have Stalingrad and all of that good stuff. So it's basically from north to south, a depiction. There's a little bit of forced perspective here, but I think it works. So here's the deal with this guy. I was a little concerned because, you know, this can get fiddly, and you really hate with a deluxe package to have to, you know, superimpose something on the game board. But it turns out I just had a sneaky feeling like, because there wasn't an errata sheet, I just had a feeling it might be in some of these variants, because I saw a lot of variant pieces on the counters, the counter trays, or the counter sheets. Here's a variant which revises the historic setup. It explains what's going on here, why you would use it, and that this particular overlay will be to negate these three mountain hexes. They're going to take that out of play for the purpose of that particular variant. And so that's what's going on with that. So if you're not playing with the variant, well, there you go. And Bob's your uncle. So that is the Russian campaign. It looks tremendous. Let me just do one more thing here, because I think this might be fun, just to see how the counters look on the playing surface. Just kind of get you a sense of it. We're just going to flop some of these down. And that gives you an idea of how the color scheme is going to work on that play surface. I think the terrain's really easy to read and understand. It pops out at me. This is a game when I saw it come in, I saw the box, I was like, oh man, I got clear table space. We got to play this thing. But I've become one of those counter clipper people, and so there's some logistics before I can really get this on the table. But I couldn't wait to show it off, and it looks really, really cool. Again, this is the Russian campaign. This is the GMT Deluxe 5th edition. There is another one that's floating around from Compass Games that's supposed to be like a remake of the old Jedco version, which I've never seen or played. And I think that one has a mounted board, so if you're really into that, you can take a look at that. That's basically all I know about it. But I did have this on pre-order since time immemorial, and now it's in my hot hands. So there you go. The Russian campaign from GMT Games. I'm Joel Toppin. I hope you enjoyed this box opening video.